Chapter 47, Exchange Part 1. Wang Lin bitterly smiled and said, "Soul transformation is simply too far away for Junior." "Bullshit. With me, who is from a rank 6 country, helping you, what is the soul transformation stage at all? Although I can't go out, I have been using my nascent soul essence to help you cultivate for these past 30 years. Otherwise, with your lack of talent, how could you have reached this stage in 30 years? And because you absorbed my nascent soul essence, besides people on the same cultivation level as me, no one else can see through your cultivation. Also, with the heaven-defying bead in your hands, what do you have to be afraid of? It took me painstaking effort to obtain this bead when it appeared in the Cultivation Alliance, resulting in me losing my body. My soul would have destroyed if I hadn't escaped into this bead. Originally, I wanted to find another body to use, but this damned heaven-defying bead, it seems that if someone without a body enters it, they can't leave. I won't lie to you. When I first saw you, I wanted to take over your body, but this heaven-defying bead is like a cage that prevents me from leaving. I studied this bead for many years. This bead must have an owner before many of its effects can be used and I can be released. When I obtained this bead, I was being hunted, but I had some time to study it. It must absorb the essence of the 5 elements of metal, wood, water, fire, and earth before it would identify an owner. But even so, the owner has to have reached the soul transformation before they can get me out of here. Ah, little kid, show some compassion and cultivate faster. Then help me find a good body to use. I, Sidhu Nan, will remember your kindness, and with my protection, you can live a safe and comfortable life." At the end, Sidhu Nan's tone wasn't as aggressive as before, but filled with regret. Wang Lin pondered a little. Right when he was about to speak, Sidhu Nan's voice came again. "Brat, someone came, I'll help you leave." Suddenly, the tearing feeling appeared. Wang Lin's body shook and he opened his eyes. He sent out his divine sense and found 2 disciples, one male and one female, quietly walking toward Wang Lin's direction. About 30 meters away from Wang Lin, the 2 stopped and started to kiss and flirt with each other. Soon, they both took off all their clothes and their moans echoed in the surroundings. Wang Lin was very familiar with these 2 disciples. Both of them were at the back mountain. He curiously looked at them for a while, especially at the female disciple, before he reluctantly left. Back at home, Wang Lin thought about what Sidhu Nan had said. Wang Lin didn't fully believe his words, but he had really learned a lot about how the cultivation world worked. Wang Lin didn't believe he would lie about those things. 3 days later, the exchange between the Heng Yue sect and Xuan Dao sect officially began. This was a long-standing tradition between the 2 sects, so there wasn't too much fanfare. The location was set on the Pine Mountain peak of the Heng Yue sect. An arched stone bridge connected the 2 peaks of the mountain. Wang Lin had seen the peak of Pine Peak Mountain from a distance, but could never get a clear look because of the clouds. Pine Peak Mountain was one of the important locations of the Heng Yue sect. It had high spiritual energy density, like the back mountain, and was where the 2 core formation elders went to cultivate. On top of the Pine Peak was a large stone platform prepared for this exchange. It was surrounded by 8 large pillars of white jade, with the Heng Yue sect's 500 years of history carved onto them. After arriving here, a majestic air radiated from the white jade pillars and immediately transformed into killing intent that pierced the bones. Friend Huang Long, every time I see these white jade pillars, it feels different. No wonder this is a treasure of the cultivation country of Zhao. Old man, Aoyang sighed and waved his hand to destroy the killing intent. Behind him, all of the Xuan Dao sect disciples were shocked. In that moment, the killing intent made them feel as if they had entered a battlefield. They felt almost crushed by this feeling until Elder Aoyang dispersed it. "Fellow cultivator Aoyang, this is a treasure our founder personally made. Within 100 meters of the white pillars, any non-Heng Yue sect disciple will be pressured by a killing intent. I believe Elder Aoyang understands, so please excuse us." Huang Long's face remained calm. His hand formed a seal and a gentle light shot out from the white jade pillars. Like large hands, the lights moved the clouds that covered the peak away. The killing intent also disappeared. Before him, all the inner disciples cracked their knuckles. Elder Aoyang turned and talked with the other 2 elders before saying, "No worries. According to the old rules, we will send the first person. Liu Feng, you can go. Liu Feng was the male with the pure water spirit roots. He smiled, then took a deep breath and arrived on the stage like lightning. He said, in a clear voice, Xuan Dao Sect's Liu Feng asks the Heng Yue sect for pointers. Wang Lin stood behind Sun Dazhu with the flying sword on his back, wearing his red disciple clothes. He looked quite majestic. Sun Dazhu was very satisfied with his disciple's appearance. Ever since Wang Lin had reached the third layer, whenever he looked at Wang Lin, he was no longer as annoyed as before. Although he was far from liking Wang Lin, he was at least starting to see Wang Lin as his disciple. Of course, all of this depended on whether or not Wang Lin could manage to get past the third layer. If after 8 to 10 years Wang Lin was still stuck at the third layer, then Sun Dazhu would probably hate Wang Lin again. In these 3 days, Wang Lin almost never left home. He spent most of that time in the dream space, talking with Sidhu Nan. After a number of conversions, he came to some understanding about Sidhu Nan. Sidhu Nan was the rank 6 country of Suzaku's #1 expert. His cultivation was at an unimaginable level. He would kill anyone that annoyed him, steal anything he wanted, and was extremely arrogant. Because of the appearance of Liu Feng, the scene became very quiet. The sect head, Huang Long, looked at Liu Feng and said, "Zhao Long, you go." Zhao Long was a very silent disciple. He was one of the disciples that had reached the 6th layer after the intense training. The Heng Yue sect sent out a 6th layer disciple in the first round. This was a rare occurrence in the exchanges. Elder Aoyang didn't mind and said, "Liu Feng, for this fight, I'll allow you to use 50% of your power." The moment he said those words, the people of the Heng Yue sect's expressions all changed.